Good Life Farms was created back in 2023 by Richard and Sheila Wagnon. Their goal was to supply the community with fresh, clean, great tasting food year-round. We grow lettuce primarily. We're about 80% lettuce, about 20% are other leafy greens. So we have kale, arugula, Swiss chard, collard greens, bok choy. We also do a variety of herbs, so your big ones, cilantro, parsley, basil, lemon basil, green onions, pretty much everything that's green and leafy we can do. We do have a few tomato plants that we're growing, but primarily we stick with lettuce and leafy greens. For us, turnover time is important, so we can turn our lettuce incredibly quickly. This time of year, I'm spending between 20 and 24 days in a tower with a head of lettuce before I can fully turn that. So the speed of turnover, how quickly it can grow, is really what works for us. And leafy greens, our nutrient system, our nutrient mix is really optimized to grow leafy greens as opposed to fruiting plants. All of our produce can be harvested and sent to customers the day of, so it's as fresh as possible. Customer base, again, is primarily local, so we do everything for the Northwest Arkansas region. We do local restaurants here in town. We do the school cafeteria down in Fayetteville and Farmington School District. Through our partnership with Spring Creek Food Hub in Springdale, we're able to supply a lot of the lettuce that the schools use in their cafeteria so that the kids in our region get to eat local, fresh, great tasting lettuce all through the school year. A lot of the health benefits and the problems that kids face come from maybe not having the best diet or not even having access to fresh, locally grown vegetables. So by increasing the flavor and the quality of the greens, we encourage a lifelong love for healthy eating. We think that getting that in the schools is just a great place to start doing that. It all goes back to kind of that idea to be clean. So the towers themselves, as you can see, they're vertical, so they stay off the ground. So a lot of your foodborne illnesses and problems with restaurants and that kind of thing come from contact with the soil, contact with manure or other additives that may be in the soil. We can avoid all that so that we're confident that we're sending out a cleaner product by keeping it off the ground. It also is incredibly green and renewable, so our towers, the water in our reservoir is recycled so that the whole life of the plant we use one reservoir of water. We can reduce water usage by as much as 98% compared to a traditionally grown head of field lettuce. So again, it's reinforcing that sustainability. We're also reducing our footprint. So our greenhouse is 9,000 square feet. We can grow 44 heads of lettuce on one tower, and that takes up 3 square feet of floor space. So we're able to reduce land usage by, again, over 90% compared to traditional field-grown lettuce. The towers are all self-sufficient in that they operate themselves. They're automatic, so we have pumps that kick on timers every 12 minutes. Our pumps kick on, they water the lettuce for 3 minutes, they turn off for 12 more, so we're 3 on, 12 off, and it all happens automatically so that we don't have human error getting involved and causing us to lose crop. It does present challenges for us labor costs. It does take a lot of labor, so each one of these towers has to be broken down and cleaned between harvests to ensure that we're getting the most yield and the best quality possible. So there is added labor in that sense, as well as a little bit of an uneven distribution of light up and down the tower. So the heads at the top of the tower are going to have more access to light than the heads at the bottom. Same thing with the inside versus the outside of the tower. So we do have to make some adjustments, some alterations to try to keep our light exposure even up and down the tower. Our goals for Good Life Farms are to create a larger presence in a retail sense. So we want to do a lot more direct-to-consumer sales. We want our community to have open access to the greens for a personal household level. So we're actually working right now on establishing a subscription type service where customers can sign up for a box and receive it once a week, once every other week, once a month, whatever works best for their household, but find a way to get more of our healthy, great tasting greens directly to the public.